What's up, guys? Rampage here again, bringing you today's question of the day. So for today's question, I'm going to be asking you guys, what is your favorite Mario game? I know this has nothing to do with Pokemon, but I just felt like asking this question. Any game that has Mario in its title, or I guess any game with Mario in it, what's your favorite one? And for me, I'd say that my favorite Mario game is probably Super Mario Bros. 3. I love that game. I played it so much. I beat it so many times. That's how much I like the game. It's just a classic for me. And, I like classics. So, yeah, leave your answers in the comments below, and let's get started with the battle. What's up, guys? This is Rampage here, and I have a Wi-Fi battle for you. It's against someone who goes by the name of Rawbi. I found this person off of Smogon. So, without further ado, we can get started with this battle. And P.S., this is pretty old, so I might not know what's going on in the battle. So anyways, I'm going to lead off with Greninja. He's going to lead off with a Noivern, and he has the Frisk, so he sees that I have a Life Orb. But I think Noivern is faster than Greninja, so I'm going to switch out into my Tyranitar to take any hit this thing wants to go for, except he goes for the U-turn, so that's a good play on his part. He gets momentum. Luckily, the U-turn doesn't do too much to me, even though it was super effective, and he's just going to U-turn out into his Garchomp, and this is not good at all because Garchomp can definitely scare out my Tyranitar, so I'm going to have to switch out. I believe I'm going to go out into my Skarmory because it's the best thing I have to really take on a Garchomp. Unless he's Mega Garchomp with Fire Blast, but it doesn't look like he's Mega. Although he does have the Fire Blast, and that is going to do a lot to my Skarmory. I'm just going to set up a layer of spikes because I like hazards. Hazards are nice to have. And I don't have Defog on my Skarmory because I just don't believe in Defoggers that also have the move spikes, or I just don't believe in using the fog when you have spikes on your team. I don't know, that's just me. But I'm going to switch on to my Greninja now. I'm predicting a Fire Blast, but he actually goes for Stone Edge, and luckily for me, he misses the Stone Edge. I should have been able to take it, but still, it would have done a lot to me. And now he's just going to go out into his Azumarill, and I'm just going to go for the U-turn. So that's nice. I'm getting momentum, getting nice momentum, and the hazards damage is racking up on the Azumarill, so that's nice. And it's good too because I really didn't have any moves on my Greninja to hit Azumarill with, but I can just U-turn out into my Venusaur. Venusaur is pretty much a stop to all Azumarills. Mega Venusaur that is, because with the thick fat, Ice Punch really can't do anything to Mega Venusaur if Azumarill does happen to have it. But I'm just going to take this chance to Mega Evolve as he switches out into his Chandelure, and I'm just going to go for an Earthquake. I believe I predicted that because I caught the Chandelure on the switch. But I'm just going to switch out into my T-Tar now. T-Tar is also another pretty good stop to Chandelure, unless it carries Hidden Power Fighting, which they usually don't. But he's actually going to go for the Pain Split, so that's a good play on his part. He probably predicted my switch out. And the reason I did switch out, even though I had Thick Fat, is because I didn't know if this thing was Specs or not, and a Specs Fire Blast still would have hurt my Venusaur even with the Thick Fat, so yeah. But now he's just going to go for a substitute. I seen the Pain Split, so I know that this thing is sub Pain Split. I should be able to take any hit from this thing because I do resist both of his stabs. He's probably just going to go for a Pain Split right here. But I set up my Stealth Rocks, and I can just brick this thing sub on the following turn. He's just going to go for a Fire Blast. And of course, that's not going to do anything to my T-Tar. I'm specially defensive, and I do resist that, and the sand is up, so yeah, that Fire Blast isn't doing jack to me, and I'm just going to go for the Crunch, break this thing sub, and I'll probably just be able to go for another Crunch to take this thing out, unless he switches. Like I said, I really don't remember what happened, so I can't give you the best play-by-play, but he is going to go for the Pain Split, and he's going to get a little bit of damage off on me, but I will be able to take his Chandelure out with this Crunch. So it's not too bad, and that's a threat I don't have to worry about. I did get that crit. That crit really did matter because I'm just kidding. So anyways, I take the Chandelure out, and now he's just going to go back out into his Garchomp. I think I actually let my T-Tar die right here because I don't really want to switch out in the Skarmory and have that die. So I just let T-Tar die as he goes for an Earthquake, and then I can just bring my Greninja out the following turn and go for an Ice Beam to threaten this thing. So I'm going to go out into my Greninja, and I'm just going to go for an Ice Beam. He probably predicted U-turn since that's what I did the last time. And I'm just going to hit this thing with an Ice Beam. Unfortunately for me, he had the Yachi Berry, but I'm actually able to still take him out, although he had the Yachi Berry, so that's nice. Greninja is just a monster. I love this Pokemon so much. That's neither here nor there, though. He's going to switch, not switch, but he's going to bring out his Ferrothorn. And I'm just going to go for the U-turn. I don't know if I should have did this or not, because I'm getting unnecessary Iron Barbs damage on me. And Rocky Helmet, if he potentially has that. And Life Orb, but luckily he doesn't have the Rocky Helmet. But I still take a lot of damage just from going for the U-turn on this thing. But I get to U-turn out into my Infernape as he just sets up a layer of spikes. Luckily, he didn't go for anything like a Thunder Wave. That would have been real annoying. But this is a Banded Infernape, and no, actually, it might be Scarfed. I really don't know. I want to say it's Scarf because Greninja's not a Scarfer, and I think I always carry a Scarfer on every team. Actually, no, he's Banded, as you can see from the Frisk. So maybe I don't have a Scarfer on this team. But anyways... Oh my goodness, I suck. But I'm just going to go for the close combat as he brings out his Noivern. It does a hell of a lot to this Noivern. And I can just go out to my Skarmory and let this thing die. He actually goes for the Boom Burst, and that does knock me out. So I'm thinking that that Noivern is Specs. But it's fine because now I can just go out into my Heracross. And this is my Scarfer. Yes, I'm pretty sure now. And I can just go for a Scarf Close Combat and pretty much destroy his whole team. He's actually going to switch out into his Ferrothorn, though, as Death Father. Ferrothorn definitely won't be able to take this close combat. Super effective. Heracross is a monster. And unfortunately for me, this is actually a Guts Heracross. I do prefer Guts over Moxie. But in this case, since this Heracross is Scarfed, it probably would have been better to have Moxie. But I have Guts because when I made this Heracross, I had the intention of making it like a Banded Heracross. But it's whatever. He's going to go out into his Azumarill now. I don't want my Heracross to die to a Play Rough or a Waterfall, so I'm just going to switch out into my Venusaur since Venusaur is a complete stop to this thing. And I can just go for a Sludge Bomb or Giga Drain the following turn, but he's actually going to predict my switch and go out into his Absol. But I'm not really threatened by Absol. Venusaur is very bulky, and I can just go for like a Giga Drain to get a lot of health if this thing does attack me, or just do a lot of damage to this thing. So he's going to go for a Night Slash, and like I said, Mega Venusaur is very bulky. He ate that up nicely, and I'm just going to go for a Sludge Bomb to knock out this Absol. So yeah, that's a dead Absol. This Venusaur is max special attack, so it was definitely able to take out that Absol. He's going to bring out his Noivern, and that's going to die to Stealth Rocks. So now all he has left is his Azumarill, which will die to either a Sludge Bomb or a Giga Drain. So that's practically GG right here. He's just going to go for Aqua Jet. He does get a crit, but it's still not enough to take out Venusaur. And that's going to be the game. So Mega Venusaur cleaning up late game. And yeah, so that was a fun one. I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did, please push that like button. Also leave a comment. You know I enjoy reading your comments. It has been a wonderful time. And this is Rampage here signing out. Hope you have a wonderful day. And peace out.